up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, y'all? I'm trying to keep the camera steady because this street is crazy. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We are down here, honey. We are down here to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It was actually a pretty good episode. I watched it at last night. I was laughing. I laughed a lot on the episode. So we're on our way. I had to drop my son off at school today. Today was his first day of school, 10th grade. Hello. She got a 10th grader and an 8th grader. Yeah, crazy, huh? I never thought, honey. The diva never thought, honey, in a million years. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. And we are down here, honey, talking about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It was good. The party started where it left off. And Lisa Rinna, she was thanking everyone for being supportive of her or whatever. And they sang Kyle happy birthday. They brought her out a birthday cake, sang her happy birthday. And then after they were sitting around or whatever, Lisa was like, she was like, I think what triggered me, why are all these cars here? Dang. What time is it? Dang. Girl, I'm usually down here, I guess. That's why. I'm a little annoyed. Okay, I know where I'm going to park. Oh, come on, girl. Because you're not going to let me go. Come on. All right, thank you, sir. I thought you was a lady. I don't want to park in the car that is next to a person. I'm really annoyed. Come on, Papa. Come on, go ahead. I have nothing to say to no weird ass man. At all, honey. Go about your business. I have nothing to say to you, man. Person with a penis, nothing to say to you. Keep going, honey. You don't even engage with them niggas because it really could mean your life. They're so unhinged out here. So anyways, let's get back to so she recalled the reason why she was triggered by Sutton. Right. And she was like, it was the anger, and that's what triggered me with Sutton or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I still don't believe that. Like, I believe that Lisa Rinna is grieving, but I believe she had that breakdown so she didn't seem as ridiculous as she did when she went off on Sutton. They excused the other people from the charity because they were still sitting at the table when the girls were starting to talk about their little situation, talk about things that's going on in the group. The people from the charity, they were sitting there like, and it's like, they were sitting there and they were like, you guys can leave if you want to. And they were like, okay. So I guess they got up and left or whatever. They started talking about Crystal's eating disorder. So she was like, I want to talk about my eating disorder. Erica said that she asked Crystal, had she been seeing anyone? And she said Crystal told her no. But then Crystal sat at the table and said, I don't know what gave the impression that I wasn't seeing anyone, but you guys are saying that I'm not seeing anyone. And I've been seeing someone since I was 13 years old. Kyle goes, well, maybe you probably need to see someone else because it doesn't seem like your whatever kind of therapy you're in, it's not effective. And so maybe you need to find someone else. So I don't know. I don't know if she has been seeing someone since she was 13. I don't know. For some reason, now that I know, like, now that we know a little bit about the way that Crystal is in conflict, I feel like Crystal is someone who does kind of, I'm just going to say she lies to get out of things, or I just feel like that. So I don't know, like, did she really have help since she was 13 years old about her eating disorder? Because I feel like when when things are happening, when people have eating disorders or people have some type of addiction issue or something where they kind of have to hide it, they learn how to lie in ways so that you don't catch on to whatever it is that they're experiencing. So I when she said that, yeah, I've been seeing somebody since I was 13 years old, I was like, Erica said, so it's like, it doesn't, who are you going to believe? Number one, number two, and the way that Crystal kind of is in conflict, how she throws stuff out there that may not be entirely true, you know, you just have to, I guess you just have to decide who you're going to believe. Sutton says she had a rough day. She says, because, you know, I don't really like to be called a friend with liabilities. I don't like to be called that. I want to make sure this is on, honey. Yes. Got me acting hella thotty. Yeah. So she says, I got a call from an attorney. I love Sutton. I'm sorry. I love Sutton. It's so funny because y'all be trying to do stuff to Sutton and she saves things. And then she like comes out like, she was like, I got a call from a lawyer, a letter from my lawyer or something. But I got a call from an attorney about something that Erica and Tom were involved with. They have so many lawsuits, so it's like a lot going on. So you're really not sure or whatever. And she says, the attorney thought I had information. Erica's sitting over there like everybody's looking like shocked, right? Well, you know, Erica has a lot of lawsuits, and you know the truth is you were a liability to all of us last year. Erica says, it's not my fault. No, no, no. Whether it was your fault or not. And I love the way that Sutton set it up. I love the way she framed it because, bitch, it's not about all of your lawsuits. It's about you telling me, you having the nerve and the pussy to tell me that I'm a liability to someone when you are a liability to everyone in this cast. And Erica was worried about, you know, she was like, well, see, when you were sitting at the table and you asked, or you were at the reunion and you said that you knew about the situation with Tom and his partner leaving him, and that's what they wanted to ask you about. See, I told you to keep your mouth shut and all this other stuff. She was like, basically, that's not even the point I'm trying to make, but go off. The point I'm trying to make, bitch, is that you're a liability. I'm not. I love Sutton. I love Sutton. Sorry, I look a mess today. Sorry, it's okay. I love that she told her that. And I love that she was like, it's not my fault. I told you to be quiet. Dorit says, do you think it's happening because you were the only one who questioned Erica? Garcelle says, she wasn't the only one to question Erica. Roll the tapes. They rolled Sutton asking, Garcelle asking, Dorit asking, Kyle asking. Everybody was asking. So it wasn't just Sutton, Dorit. And that's the thing that they do, right? They want Sutton to stand alone. That's why they tell Garcelle, leave her alone because we want to go at her and you don't let us go at her the way that we want to go at her. But it's always Sutton with some receipts. It's always Sutton with some receipts. She's a Virgo, honey. You might get a PowerPoint presentation with a laser pointer. Girl, you said I was a liability? Girl, you have so many lawsuits. I don't want to talk about which one they were asking me about. Did you catch that? I was like, come on, bitch. Get her ass. Get her ass. But you have the nerve to call me a liability? And then Dorit. Garcelle said she wasn't the only one who questioned her. And then they showed a montage. Diana turns around and says, well, Garcelle, you're a little guarded. Garcelle says, how did this get to me? We're talking about liabilities and lawsuits. How did it get to me being guarded? That's what y'all do. She said, that's what y'all do. Like, what is that about? How did that come to me? Garcelle says, I don't know where you're coming from because at the Christmas party, I was open to developing a friendship. And then Diana says, well, I haven't heard from you. What do you mean, bitch? I haven't heard from you either. You haven't called me either. The effort goes both ways. You open the invitation to me. I feel like if you're the one who is acknowledging we need to work on our relationship, then you should be the one to put forth the effort. And then don't turn around and say, well, you didn't call me. Bitch, you didn't call me neither. I'm so glad I said Garcelle and Sutton don't need a whole crew. Them two are fine together. Lisa, do you hear what she's saying? This is Lisa wanting Garcelle to understand where Diana is coming from. Do you hear what she's trying to say? What she's saying? Do you hear what she's saying? Garcelle said, what is she saying, Lisa, since you know everything? Since you seem to know what everybody is going through, what is she saying, girl? How do you feel, Lisa? Why do you say it like that? Why do you say it like that, Garcelle? Because you're the one that seems to know how everybody's feeling or what everybody is going through, girl. So what is it? She says, well, you just seem a little defensive. You're being defensive. I don't hear her being defensive. You know why Garcelle is being defensive? Because she's being accused of doing something that she didn't do. She's being accused of not calling Diana. She's being accused of not trying to form the relationship with Diana that they talked about at the Christmas party. So she's defending herself by saying, no, girl, you didn't call me either. So yeah, she has the right to be on the fence, on defense. Okay? When we come from love, it's just a different approach, or some she said, when we come from love. Lisa has to practice what you preach, because you was just hollering and screaming. That is the double standard. That is the hypocrisy. That is the contradiction in all of them. Dorit literally sat up there and act like Sutton was the only one questioning Erica. Do you think that it was because you were the only one questioning her? No, my dear, it wasn't just her. Lisa, do you hear Diana? First of all, Diana wasn't even involved in this conversation. She jumped in to start some shit with me that I wasn't even involved with, because at first this was between Erica and Sutton, and all of a sudden it's between Diana and me. And then Diana's accusing me of something that she should put forth the effort in doing. So it is what it is. Crystal feels like the other women want her on she's talking to Rob. They're pouring wine and stuff like that. She starts crying because she says she feels like the other women want her on a timeline. She wants to do it in her own time. He was really supportive. I thought it was funny when he was like, you want something to drink? He was like, let's fix the problems with some wine. You want something to drink? That was so funny to me. Kathy ends up coming over to Crystal's house, and Kathy gives Crystal really good advice. First of all, none of us are lawyers, doctors, physicians, nobody. We're just a bunch of women sitting around having an opinion about something. None of us are professionals in the way that you need a professional. Don't listen to anybody. Do it on your own time. The next time they ask you about your eating disorder, tell them thank you for their support, but this is something that I am going through with me, myself, and I. Great advice. I said, shout out to Kathy Hilton. She was looking real young in that shot. I was like, dang, she looked real young. She was looking refreshed. They showed that old picture of her and Rick. She was telling, they was going off about the toothless. You saw Kathy. Kathy was telling Garcelle, what is the big deal with the homeless and toothless? The toothless is homeless. Homeless and toothless. Toothless. I'm going to be calling you tonight saying homeless, not toothless. Toothless, not homeless. I hope they change the name. I think it's time to revisit the name. I think we should have a new naming ceremony. Somebody in the comments said bridging the gap, right? Getting your teeth done, because like the truth is, like I said on Twitter, it's almost like, let me give you some teeth so when you're picking through trash cans trying to get food, you can actually eat something. Like, and it just shows that people are just so out of touch. I'm homeless, but I'm not toothless, girl. Some people would rather have a house and just gums okay, and get some dentures, okay. So that was good advice. Kyle got roller skates for her birthday, which was really, really cute. And Kyle got up on them damn roller skates, and she shared with us that, back in the day, the kids from Different Strokes, the Jacksons, all of them used to go roller skating, and she was really good at it. She got up on them skates, she was skating backwards. I was like, come on, going around. They was like, dang, mom, you're good. And then her daughter's fiance brought her a bunch of roses. I like when he was like, they're from my garden. People say that all the time. I thought it was cute. She mentioned something about how she felt when her and Mauricio got married, how it was really like, I guess like some conflict, because she's Catholic, he's Jewish, she's Jewish now. And there was a lot of things about the wedding that people were giving their 2 cents in, and she, decided, I want to do it myself. So she feels like that for, I think her daughter, I think that's Farrah. Farrah says she's not going to be a bridezilla, and her fiance was like, yeah, famous last words. We'll see. We'll see, honey. Erica and Lisa go out to eat, and they start talking about Lisa's breakdown, and it was real important for her, how it was real important for her to get it out, that what she was feeling about her mom in that situation. She said that Sutton is a trigger. Erica said Sutton is a trigger for her too. And why did she say that in that moment? Did you see how Lisa was trying to make it something that it wasn't, right? She was like, well, I just didn't understand why she would bring that up right then and there. And then Erica had to clarify. Well, basically, she was trying to say that I was a liability because I said she was a liability to Garcelle. So she was trying to say that I was a liability too. But why would she do that in a public forum? And then they were like, well, she's good. I mean, like it was like she's a good time, but then she will flip on you. Yeah, because y'all not going to play in my face. Y'all not going to play in my face. Y'all not going to say, you see, Sutton is always the one with the receipts. Always the one with the receipts, and then always the one to say something. And when she comes with what she has to say, no one has anything to say afterwards because she was right. And that's why y'all have problems with Virgos. Because when they actually say something, they be right. And you cannot fight with it. You be like, God damn it. They right. Right again. You motherfuckers think you right. You motherfuckers think you know it alls. Well, God damn it. Well, when we speak about something, God damn it, we going to know what we talking about. And we're going to have a receipt to back it up. I told you. If she pull out a PowerPoint presentation with a laser pointer, I wouldn't be surprised. Because Sutton is the only one always in her phone. Okay, I have what it was on this day and that day. I thought I was like, okay, Lisa, you trying to bring it up. Erica knew exactly why she brought it up. And it wasn't because she said something at the reunion, probably, but the point that Sutton is trying to make is, bitch, you got a lot of nerve calling somebody a liability. I don't appreciate it. Sutton and Kyle go out. I love Kyle's coat, baby. It was so pretty. I was like, come on, Kyle. And she had her blue Birkin bag. It's the new Birkin, honey. Structured like the Kelly. I said, get into it. Come on, it was so pretty. That blue and brown coat, very, 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 very pretty. She says they get right into it. She was like, girl, why did you call that girl a liability in front of everybody? It kind of threw everybody for a loop. She says, no, because I find it ironic and hypocritical. There's a woman in the group who is actually a liability and no one wants to talk about it. You guys act like she hasn't done anything wrong. You defend her to no end. You say, oh, she's just having a good time. She's telling kids to fuck off, propositioning married people for threesomes, but she's just loosening up. She's the liability. Everybody in here spoke to a lawyer about what was going on with her. And I was going to say yesterday, last season, y'all let Sutton be the scapegoat for all that shit. And all y'all were questioning, talking to lawyers, all that mess. They started talking about Sutton going on a date. Sutton says she has a date. Sutton was cute. She was like, okay, let me see how you going on her date. Sutton had that. It looked like a purple wine, lavender, I don't know what color that was, of that Chanel bag. Oh my God. It was so pretty. I was like, oh my God. Kyle was like, girl, do not go on a date with all looking like you ready to take care of somebody. I said, I know that's right. Listen, this rich white, southern white woman, her rich white West Coast diva told her, as much money as you have, bitch, don't go on no date looking like you ready to take care of a nigga. Okay? I love it. She was like, I'm difficult. I know I am. She's like, especially when arguing. I related so much to that. You like to debate and you want to be right. I used to have that problem where I wanted to be right. I wanted to have the last word. I was all for debate. Let's debate. That actually came from my upbringing with my father, because the way that he argued was very like a hierarchy, like always pulling rank. You couldn't really say what you wanted to say, but it was always like it was a competition. It was always a debate. It was always who's going to be right. Who's gonna be right in the argument? Who's gonna win the argument? Much like men, the way that men argue, they want to argue who's gonna be right. They think they're right. That's it. And so I argue like that and debate like that. And so but I come with proof and stuff like that. Much like men don't, their word and the validity of statements they're making is stamped with the stamp of manhood, and so they automatically think that everything they say is right, and whatever you're saying is emotional and stuff like that. So I'm the same way. I'll argue. I don't have a problem arguing with people, not at all, and I don't have a problem debating people. It's just that some people you can't debate and argue with because it's not, they want to be right. I've learned that now I'm not going to debate to be right. I'm going back and forth stating my, stating my opinion, and then listening to understand the other person's opinion and point of view. So I've changed the way, I've grown out of that, but yeah, I could totally relate to I wrote Virgo. Likes to debate and be right. Virgo. It really is. Dorit, she got some roller skates. I was like, you're so whack. Anyways, she got some roller skates. Her daughter was very supportive. I love the way she told PK, if she falls and breaks her neck, it's going to be because of you, because you weren't being supportive of her. I said, I know that's right. Because she was less confident because you didn't give her enough support. I said, you better tell them, listen to the kids. Lisa Rinna has her Studio 54 party. Everybody looked really, really, really cute. I didn't like Lisa Rinna's hair. I think it was a little bit too much for her. I think she could have done the same look, but like shorter. I felt it was too long and she couldn't really move it around. I felt like it would have been cuter if it was shorter. Kyle's hair was cute. Garcelle's hair was cute. Erica's hair was cute. She was giving you Jerry Hall. That was cute. They were taking pictures. Crystal was cute. Crystal was okay. Kathy really didn't have anything on, but the cutest ones were Garcelle, Erica, Kyle. Who else? Oh, and Diana's hair was cute too. I love Diana's hair. She had like the little feather, like parted down the middle and going like that, and then feathered. I thought that was so cute. I was like, yes, look at them. They were so cute. Kyle invited everybody to Aspen. She tells them that she has two houses. One is their house. The other one, I guess, is a house down the street, kind of like they did in Blue Ridge on Atlanta. And Garcelle says, well, I'm going to stay in the other house real quick. Diana says, well, I'm staying in a hotel. They were like, wait. And she was like, yeah, and then Diana's reasoning for staying in the hotel, I can appreciate that. I require a lot, and I know you're not going to be able to deliver, so I'm just going to go to a hotel. let's just do it like that. We don't have any problem, because I know you will not be able to give me my accommodation, so I'm going to go to a hotel. They were dancing. They were like, Dorit has some moves. She was about to fall or whatever. They was doing line dancing and stuff. It was cute. That's when when Kathy went over to Garcelle and said something that Rick said, and she was like, Rick was talking about how, it's all about who you hang around, right? I guess she was talking about a little bit about what Erica was saying, because I think Kathy understood, like, I'm not gonna be around Erica Jane, and she got all them shit. I'm a Hilton bitch. I don't have time to play with the Girardis. I don't have time to play with that. So I think she understood, and then she was like saying that Rick was like, anything you do nowadays, you can be canceled. You have to be mindful of the people you're around and the company you keep and all this other stuff, right? Because you could turn around and be canceled. I know that's right. So they're sitting at they're sitting around drinking or eating. They're about to eat. I don't remember, but again, the producer Kyle, she brings up Sutton again, and the liability thing. And she's like, well, ask her. She was like, well, she's the one that said I was a liability. She's like, well, why did she say you was a liability, girl? Ask her. Erica, Sutton wants to know, girl. I said, Kyle is a fucking mess. She's a mess. Kyle goes, she asked her about the homeless, not toothless. And then she was like, that name, somebody was like, that name is a mess. Baby, when I tell you they ran that name. And then Kyle goes, okay, we're not worried about the toothless, not homeless. And then Dorit's like, that's a really important foundation. And they're like, nobody. And then Garcelle started laughing because Kathy was like, and you see Kathy is funny. She said, Kathy goes, I've worked with homeless and I've worked with the toothless. Garcelle and Kathy were over there. Kiki and Dorit did not like it. Dorit's gonna bring it up. She's only gonna be mad at Garcelle though. She's not gonna be mad at Kathy. Watch. Forget the toothless, not homeless charity. And then Crystal goes, Kyle. She said, it's homeless, not toothless. And she was like, whatever the name is. Bitch, that part was so funny to me, especially baby Kathy Hilton. I'm telling you, don't believe. That's why that Lizzo thing, she knew what the fuck she was doing. I'm telling you, that bitch is funny. She's funny. She's funny and she thinks she's funny. She shouldn't have said the precious thing. She really fucked up with that. She shouldn't have said that trying to be funny. It didn't land. But bitch, that night, she was like, she's like, she told Garcelle, I'm going to be calling you later and I'm going to be like, it's homeless, not toothless, not homeless, toothless, not homeless, toothless. Garcelle said, girl, I am not laughing at your charity. Girl, don't even try it. Don't even try that mess, right? So, Lisa, what was Lisa backpedaling about? What was Lisa backpedaling? Because Sutton was like, Lisa knows how to dance. She knows how to do a little backpedal. I don't know what she was talking about. Sutton can't get it together. Oh yeah, because Sutton was drunk. Sutton was like, okay. She was trying to get her words together. She was drunk already. And then bitch, when they came back from the commercial and the thing on the bottom of the lower third said, Lisa's lip plumping party. Let me tell you something. If I was on the cast of any of these Housewives shows, I would be on my best behavior because the producers and the editors, oh my God, it's a mess. It's a mess. Sorry, I didn't do nothing. I look a mess. Sorry, child. But girl, that was so funny to me. That whole scene was funny. Kathy was funny, and then when they said Lisa's lip plumper party, girl, I was like, this is a mess. And then Erica goes, oh, I have a drinking problem. And she said, and then Garcelle looked over and she was like, oh, okay, girl, I got you. And then Erica winked at her like, bitch, yes, I'm coming for you. She was like, yeah, we're going to talk about that later. They was like, no, let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it now. It's nothing. She said, you tried to push a narrative that I had a drinking problem. Didn't I tell y'all? That's what she was going to say? That's what she's defending, that she has a drinking problem. No, and this is, I wish Garcelle would have said, it's not that you have a drink. Well, she did say it. She said the medicine to drink ratio, it's not mathing. It's not mathing, sweetie. And your behavior, because it's not mathing, is out of character. So I figured there's a problem here. You're misusing prescription drugs and alcohol. And no one would have been able to defend that. You are misusing prescription drugs and alcohol, period. And your behavior is out of order, and it's been out of order. Or you were trying to make me look bad. You don't need nobody to help you look bad, Miss Erica Jane. You tried to push I had a drinking problem. You went around to 3 different people. What she say? You tried to push a false narrative. Are you trying to help me get over it, or are you trying to be helpful? This is what Erica was saying. She was like, because in truth, if anything, she said, if I was having a drinking problem, if I had a drinking problem, you'd be the last to know, because these other women are closer to me. And she said, yeah, y'all make that very clear. Y'all make that. And they were just looking. Yeah, y'all make that very clear. And she should have said, to the point that they will allow you to mix prescription drugs and alcohol and think you're having a good time. See, Garcelle, she not fast enough for me, because I would have let Erica have it. Bitch, don't try to act like, oh, I'm closer to these girls. Yeah, these girls think that you're just having a good time, and you're completely out of character. So, are they your friends? I would have let Erica have it. You could do that on your own. I don't have to make you look bad. You could do that all on your own, girl. Everybody's looking like, oh, yes. And I love the way Garcelle, I don't know what she was doing, but she like adjusted her seat and she was sitting back. Girl, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because you can't say nothing, because I didn't do anything wrong. Me asking is different. Okay? It's different. If I'm asking, do you guys think she has a problem? Do you think it could lead to alcoholism? That's a legitimate concern. Y'all can say whether she was concerned or not, but it is a question like, girl, you're acting, and I don't know, is it concern that she cares about her, or is it a concern that you're making yourself look stupid? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, is it concern because I have secondhand embarrassment from your behavior, or do I want you to get better? Because, bitch, you're embarrassing yourself, and it's embarrassing me in the process. So are you okay? It doesn't change my life. She said, it doesn't change mine either. She said, well, it's my choice if I want to rebuild or destroy. She said, well, destroy it then. I said, come on, Garcelle, bitch. Destroy it if you want to. You ain't got to worry about me asking another fucking question about you I would have kept saying it. About you misusing prescription drugs and alcohol. I would have kept saying it, baby. They would have had to cut it out. I would have kept saying it. Dorit chimes in and says, Garcelle says, well, Dorit chimes in and says that Garcelle was trying to tell her at their dinner, and she's like, and you were like, well, you don't be like Kyle. And she was like, I wasn't saying it like that. And then they replayed it, and she wasn't saying it. She wasn't doing all this and all these hand gestures. She said, don't be Kyle. Don't be like Kyle. Don't be like Kyle. Kathy says, somebody said we need to have the real conversations. Who said that? Kathy said, why are we talking about this? I guess Kathy is uncomfortable. Was it Dorit? I think it was Dorit. Somebody said, Kathy, we need to have the real conversations. Erica and Sutton goes, okay, Erica, I'm going to give you a call later. I'm going to call you later so we can straighten this up. Erica says, please don't. That's all Erica wants to do with Sutton, is get her in a position to reject her, right? Like she extended her hand when they were out of town, and she was like, no, but she was cussing her out and all that other stuff. And then later she gets buddy, talks to her, and they mend it up. And then when she brings up the liability thing, she gets mad again. And then they're like, okay, well, we'll call each other later. And she rejects her again. She wants to reject her. She feels that's the only space where Erica feels powerful with Sutton, is by rejecting Sutton. That's why Sutton, that bigger person bullshit that you keep doing, cut it out with Erica. Because all she wants to do is reject you. Cut that shit out. I'm tired of it. Okay? Tired of it. Toothless, not houseless. No, houseless, not toothless. Houseless, not toothless. No, yeah. Toothless, no. Houseless, not toothless. Toothless, not houseless. Change the name. Bridge the gap. I have teeth now. I don't know, the Smile Shelter. I don't know, change the name. The name is awful. I hope the people who run that foundation got the hint, and I hope they change their name, because that name is short-sighted, narrow-minded, and just completely detached from what's really happening. Like, you want to feel good about changing the smiles of homeless people, but there's a reminder that you're still homeless in the name of your charity. Like, okay, we get it. You're doing great things. You're changing the smiles of homeless people, but they're still homeless. So it's like I said, a lot of people would rather have a mouthful of veneers or dentures or whatever, the way that you can just stuff some teeth in your face, than have a house. Than they would rather have a house over a fake smile. Trust me, like, it's a real found. Ain't nobody. You see, I bet you. Mark my words. When it comes up at the reunion about the name of that charity, Dorit is going to have smoke for Garcelle. Nobody else. Watch, because Garcelle was laughing at Kathy. That shit was funny to me. Anyways, y'all take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.